Sometimes the right person enters our lives at exactly the right moment. Maybe it's a stranger who offers unexpected kindness, or a friend who reaches out just when we need them the most. Or in a much stranger twist, a friend suggestion from Facebook. I know what many of you are thinking. Facebook? What's that? Well, once upon a time, it was one of the first places where people could truly connect. Whether it was through mutual friends or complete strangers, it didn't really matter. Now imagine receiving a friend request one day from an account claiming to be God. Not just any ordinary account looking to connect, but one that leads you to people in need, nudging you towards moments that changes lives. And what if those moments weren't random? What if this mysterious account had chosen you for a reason, guiding you to help those it believes needs it the most? And that's the premise of God Friended Me, a show that follows Miles Feiner, a self-proclaimed atheist whose life is turned upside down when he receives a friend request from an account calling itself God. This account doesn't just send messages, it leads Miles to people who need help, sending him on a journey filled with divisive conversation about faith, connection, and what it truly means to help others. But as much as I enjoyed the series, it didn't have time to truly shine. And that's something every TV fan has experienced at some point. In life, we don't always get what we want. And for those of us who love television as much as I do, that means certain shows get cancelled, sometimes way too soon. Welcome to the second week of Shows That Should Have Been, a mini-series where I take an entire month to look at shows that had the potential to be something more, if only they had been given another chance. This week, we're diving into God Friended Me. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and check out my other videos after this one. And now, without further ado, let's explore God Friended Me. Now, to understand why this show had so much potential, we have to look at what made its premise so compelling in the first place, a story of helping people. Now ask yourselves, how did we get here as a society? Was it by being selfish, living in our own bubble, and focusing only on self-improvement? Or was it built on mutual aid, helping each other to create this concept we call society? Most people, when they help someone, no matter how small the gesture is, experiences a rush, a sense of fulfillment that comes with it. With so many television genres available today, it's so rare to find a show where the entire premise revolves around helping people, especially when the request for help comes from a mysterious Facebook account calling itself God. At first glance, the premise might sound funny, even a little goofy. However, in a world where most shows that focuses on helping each other tend to be action-oriented police dramas, where law enforcement aids society by investigating crimes, there are very few, if any, story centered on a stranger helping another stranger simply for the sake of it. That is precisely what drew me to God Friended Me. The show blends a sense of wonder with the warmth and optimism of watching people receive help, not from an authority figure, but from an ordinary person like you or me. Not everyone can be helped by the police. Some struggles aren't crime related, but they're personal and emotional challenges we all face as human beings. And sometimes, even the smallest gestures can make a difference. Each friend suggestion that Miles received represents someone in need of help, and their stories are worth telling. From saving a doctor who had lost all hope after losing a patient, to reuniting loved ones and helping people recognize the emptiness they have been feeling. Every act of kindness, no matter how small it is, has the potential to change lives. The gotta come find those in need, offering a nudge that leaves profound improvement, not just for the individual, but those around them as well. More than anything, the series reminds us that helping someone isn't just a one-time event. It can be the beginning of a lifelong bond. Act of kindness connects people in unexpected ways, and Miles' journey through New York City, building relationship through these friend suggestions, highlights a simple truth. Sometimes all we need is one small push in the right direction to discover friendships we never thought possible. So you might be asking, why renew it for more seasons? And that's a fair question. After all, how many friend suggestions can the God account provide before it starts to feel either boring, unrealistic, or even both? These are valid points for sure. The level of connection that Miles builds from his friend suggestion can get really personal, strangers meeting one another, forming meaningful bonds. But as this social circle expands, maintaining those connections with every single friend suggestion becomes increasingly difficult. But just like I talked about in my last week's video on deception, there's a bigger story beneath the surface in God Friended Me. A mystery that drives the entire narrative. The identity of who is running the God account has been a central question ever since Miles discovered that the account had started following him. This ongoing search for answers has shaped Miles into a compelling character. Introduced at the beginning of the series as an atheist, estranged from his father, who is a reverend, Miles was adamant in his belief that there is no God. But as the God account continued sending him friend suggestions, something changed. Miles, who initially dismissed any notion of divine intervention, started to develop something crucial: a willingness to engage in the conversation. Over multiple episodes after witnessing the gratitude of those he helped, it becomes clear that the God account was far more than just a predictive AI. Each new friend suggestion deepened the mystery, expanding its reach beyond Miles. Other people like Joy were chosen to walk the same path, and it becomes clear that Miles wasn't the first either, nor will he be the last. The God account's true purpose and origin becomes the narrative's driving force. Unfortunately, since the series was cancelled too soon, many of these questions remain unanswered. While the show attempted to provide closure for its characters, the ultimate mystery of who was behind the God account was left unresolved. The series teased various possibilities, from the idea that it was created by this notorious hacker named Falcon, to hints of government involvement. Yet despite all the misdirections, one truth remained: Miles did make a difference by helping people. While Miles might have found peace without knowing the answers, the lingering mystery still leaves me wishing for the final revelation, the one that would have tied everything together. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next week in the third part of Shows That Should Have Been.